For many years, Hinduism was hated by people of different religions. But now it is not like that. It is unfortunate that Dalits who have recently converted and become a neo-Buddhists are spreading slander about Hinduism. Because some people in Hinduism have looked down on Dalits for many years and oppressed them with untouchability. Because Dalits have become the slanderers of Hinduism today. So let's see what the real truth is. According to the current neo-Buddhists, untouchability existed since the time of Buddha. And the reason for this that the Vedas, Puranas, Mahabharata and Ramayana. And those who read all this imposed the caste system on us. Untouchability and casteism were prevalent in India for a long time and are still prevalent in many places. So is it all because of the scriptures written by ancient Indians? And the neo-Buddhists said that even during the time of Buddha, there were caste system and that the Buddha also dedicated his life to eliminating caste and untouchability from society. Is this true or just their imagination? If there was untouchability and caste system in Buddha's time, he could have improved society by becoming a king instead of a monk, because in those days the word of a monk was valued, but people were afraid of the word of a king, so people listened to the king more than the monk. Not only that, if the caste system existed at that time, Buddha's father was also a king. Why didn't he take steps to correct it? If untouchability existed during the time of Ashoka, who came later, what steps did Ashoka take against it? So you may ask, isn't there some negative things mentioned about Brahmins in the Brahmana Vagga of Dhammapada? Yes. In the Brahmin section of the Dammapada, Buddha speaks hypocritical Brahmin, not against the Brahmin, meaning that in those days only human who had attained Brahmajnana become Brahmins. And the Buddha spoke against those who, without attaining Brahmajnana and without performing the rituals, become hypocritical Brahmins by giving wrong messages to the people. Everyone knows about our politicians. Politicians are busy with various personal matters without paying any attention to their responsibility and duties and their work. So if someone says that the democratic system is not right, it is like opposing the constitution itself. But no one says that the democratic system is not right. Instead, they only oppose hypocritical politicians. Similarly, at that time, Brahmin was criticized in the Dhammapada for being hypocritical, not fulfilling his responsibility and duties in society, or not performing the duties he was supposed to perform after attaining the Brahmin position. So, you may ask, how untouchability and caste system started? Is the Chaturvarna system reason for the origin of caste system? If the Chaturvarna system and caste system are same, then Vyasa, who gave us great scriptures and divided the Vedas, belonged to the family of fishermen, which is now called Shudra. He became a great Brahmin and his son becomes Kshatriyas. His youngest son Vidura is called a Shudra as mentioned in the Mahabharata, and it is mentioned that when the Pandavas were in Ajnatavasa, Bhima disguised himself as a Shudra, as a cook. If Shudra was a symbol of untouchability, then why did everyone eat the food cooked by Bhima as a Shudra? Let us consider the argument of current neo-Buddhists as correct, that Shudras were the same in ancient time and in modern time. So why should the current Shudras oppose the Ramayana and Mahabharata and Puranas, which were written by Mahashudras?